everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about Python Pandas data structure. In our last video, we have done with Python simple numerical operations, complex numerical operations. In this video, we are going to talk about Python Panda data structure. So what do you mean by data structure? We are going to talk about this first. So guys, Pandas data structure inside this particular topic, we have two different subtopic. The first is series, second is frame. So what do you mean by series is like it is a kind of arrays where we can keep some similar kind of elements. If we want to keep, for example, some list of colors or some arrays of particular integers, some arrays of particular float kind of, so such kind of things can be done. Now, what do you mean by array? Array is a kind of similar kind of data structure who can keep a similar kind of stuff inside. For example, if I'm talking about colors, I'm designing a kind of colors array where I'm keeping some different types of colors. And inside the array, whenever we are keeping the elements inside the array, we have received one particular index value also. For example, if I'm having red, yellow, and green color in my array, so I'll be getting the index value also for these elements. Always remember the index value starts from 0 only, that is 0, 1, and 2. So what we can do, like, if I'm having more than one arrays, the arrays can be added also, array can be presented also, can be modified also, and can be presented in different ways. Instead of this, if I want to add two different arrays, that also can be done. If I wanted to access some array element with the help of index element, that also can be done. If I wanted to know what element I am having on zero place, what element I am having on first place, what element I am having on second, third, and so on, so such kind of things can be accessed. So I'm going to explain you a code. So directly I'm going to open over here this Google Colab. The new page is already created whose name is Pandas DT, and here I'm going to teach you how to create a series, how to create a particular kind of arrays, which I have already explained you, like what is series. Series looks like an array. It is a kind of array only where I'm keeping some element and I'm getting some index positions also. So guys, today, very first time I'm going to tell you, like, we need to import some libraries also in Python, just like other programming languages. If I talk about C++, where I'm having indexed file. So I used to import index file like hashtag include iostream.h, conio.h. We do such kind of things in C, C++. In Java also we write import java.util.star or java.util.scanner. Those who knows about Java. Similarly, in Python, we have to import some libraries. So we have different types of libraries available in Python. We have Pandas, we have NumPy, we have Matplot, we have many different types of libraries for different purpose. So here I'm going to teach you about series, and it is very important. If I'm working on series, I need to import the library which can understand series, which is going to give me the permission so that I can run the programs of series. So let's learn how to import. What I'm speaking, I'm going to write the same. I'm writing an import, which is a keyword in Python, and I'm writing an import pandas as pd. Import pandas as pd. So what is this pd, guys? This I'm going to explain you. So import is a keyword with the help of which I can import, and I'm importing a library that is whose name is pandas. So pandas is a library through which I can perform the work on series, on data frames, and so on. So why I'm writing this as means I could not write pandas everywhere. It is a big name. So what I can do is I just can make a shortcut of pandas, that is pd, and everywhere wherever I wanted to call pandas, wherever I wanted to call any function from pandas, so I would be writing pd instead of pandas. So it is not compulsory that we need to write pd always. If we want, we can write pd1. If we want, we can write sd also, but it is a de facto, we can say a standard in books, in online lectures. If you see everywhere, you will be able to see this pd stands for pandas. That is a shortcut we mostly take, pandas as a pd. That is a de facto, we can say. Now I'm coming back to my next line, and I'm going to import here one more library, that is NumPy. So today I'm going to introduce Pandas as a NumPy with you. I'm writing here NumPy. That is again a kind of a library, you can say, for numerical operations, and the shortcut is NP. That is again a de facto. Again, instead of an NP, you can take any other value, any other number, any other alphabet also, like SD, NP, and NT also. Anything can be taken, but this is again a de facto NP. We always take for NumPy NP for Pandas PD. So pandas we take basically for series. If I'm working on NumPy, we are taking for numerical operations. If I'm having numerical operations, how to deal, how to use the functions of numerical operations. So for numerical operations, I'm going to import NumPy. For series and for frames, I'll be importing pandas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to design over here very first time a series. We have a series as well as a frames inside a pandas data structure. But in this video, we are going to talk only about series. So how to design series, guys? First of all, I'm going to design over here a section, and I'm going to take some section over here. So this is my series, which is a collection of some sections. If you want, you can take colors also. So I'm starting with the sections, that is A, and I'm writing here one more section, that is B, taking a few more sections. This is my C, capital C, and I'm taking here D and E also. So this is my D. All right, I'm taking here E, coming at the end, and I'm going to come back to my next line. So guys, what is this? This is my section. This is my you can say my series whose name is section, and I'm having A, B, C, D, E inside. Now how to use it, like if I wanted to do something with this, if I wanted to access this series, if I wanted to use this series, how I can use, how I can do my work with this. So this is a kind of section, we can say, like I'm having a collection of section, and I can just use this section with anything else, and I can use, I can do my work over here. So I'm going to design one more over here. So I'm going to design one more series here, that is whose name is country, and I'm going to giving over here, like for example, I'm having a class and some students need to do some contribution, for farewell party or for anything else. So how much contribution a section is doing, I've got 6700 from section A, and 5600 from section B, and 5000 from section C, and 5200 from section D. So I'm going to write over here 5200 from section E. So I've got such a contribution, you can say. Now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to design a series. So I have to give some name to my series. So I'm writing it S11. That is the object, means what I'm doing. This is my series object. I can write S1, S2, S3, S4, anything I can write. So I'm writing it S1. That is my series object, and I'm going to add section and contribution. Both the things I'm going to print inside my series. So what I'm going to do over here, I'm using pandas PD. So this library I'm going to use over here, that is a PD. I'm going to write over here PD dot, and I'm going to write over here series, because I wanted to print it in form of series. I wanted to transfer into series. So I'm going to write over here series. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to print contribution as well as section, both the things I wanted to print. So guys, always remember, in series we have two things, we have data and index. So I'm having data. I've already told you I'm having data and I'm having some index. So data, inside data I wanted to print contribution. Inside data I wanted to print contribution, and index means definitely I'm going to target on my sections from which section and what contribution I have received. So index I'm going to give always to my section. So this much I have done. Now I'm coming back to my next line. What I wanted to print, I simply wanted to print my series object, and the name of my series object is S11. So this much I have done. I'm going to run it, Control Enter key pressed together. And now you will be able to see a section, and in front, like just in front, what is the contribution. So what I'm doing, I'm having data and index, two things in my series. I've given contribution to my data field, I've given section to my index field, and I'm going to print my series object here on Google Colab. It is going to take some time because everything is available online on cloud, I could see. And if you are getting any error, definitely we need to check, like everything is on place. Contribution data is equal to, we have written country. Index, we have written section. We have S1. All right, so I'm going to add one more because I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So contribution also should be 5 times. Here I have done, I'm going to run it. Control Enter. And here, guys, you can see like I'm getting my all the sections here, because I'm having index. And always remember, like series, inside series we are getting index first and then we are getting contribution. I could change over here, like instead of contribution I just can write over here section, and let's see then what will happen. And instead of section I'm going to write here country. So here I have done, I'm going to run it again, control enter key together. And now you will be able to see like what I have given to index, guys. What I have given to index, I have given contribution first. So whatever you are giving to index, that will be printed first. If you are giving contribution to index, that will be printed. If you are giving, a section to data, so data will be taken as the second. So always you need to remember, like index we are printing first time, and then section we are printing next. Now if you want, like some numerical operations can be performed over here. Like for example, if I wanted to add s1 and s1 together, so such kind of things also can be done. So you can see like I'm having s1 and I'm having another s1, and both the things have printed together. So here, like many of the things we have like this, like what I have done, s1 plus s1 means you need to print s1 and s1 together. So what I'm having in s1, I'm having section, I'm having contribution, and index always will be printed together, but your sections will be added, will be merged, and it will be printed once again. So this is all about your series. Now we are going to take up one more example. Now we are going to take one more example. Like I'm going to click over here on code, and I'm going to tell you like why I wanted to create a section and contribution. I can print it directly or not. Yes, you can print direct. So direct, I'm going to take up now these data values. Like if I'm having section contribution, like if I'm having some stuff, if I wanted to give it direct to my series and I can print my series, is it possible? Yes, this is possible. So again, I'm going to write over here import. I'm going to write over here pandas as PD, and coming back to my next line, and what I'm going to do over here, I'm writing here S2. Guys, we cannot write S1 now because S1 series object we have taken already in the same notebook, so we cannot take it now. So I'm taking up here S2 is equal to. So I'm writing here S2 is equal to PD dot series. I'm going to write here because I'm going to design my series, and instead of writing here a section or contribution, I just can direct put up my data over here. Like I wanted to print my section A, and I wanted to print some other thing over here, like this, and coming back, and again I wanted to print over here something like this. So I can do like this. I'm just coming up here at the end, and if you wanted to print any caption before the series, like if you're printing, so I just can write over here some caption. This is my section, and I'm coming at the end. Now I'm going to print my series. So guys, the name of the series is S2, and I'm going to write over here S2, and this is all done. Like you can see, this is again one more example, but very simple example. I've imported PD, and I've created my series on the spot. I've given ABC 3 sections, and I'm giving a name to my series is S2, and S2 simple. I've given some data and I've printed S2 with a caption section. So section caption is not so important, but if you want more readability, so such kind of things can be done. Now if I want to design one more series, is it possible? Definitely it is possible. I'm going to come up to my second line, and I'm going to paste this here, and I'm going to change, simply I'm going to change the name of the series, that is S3, and I'm going to put up something over here, like I'm simply writing something else here. So I'm writing an RTC. So I'm writing a RTC, and this I'm writing some random character I have written. And now S2 and S3, I'm having S3 also, so I just can put up here some more caption, and I'm writing a section 2, or I can write house code. For example, maybe the house is house code. This is a house code, and this I can print to my next line. I'm coming over here and I'm writing here print, and the name of this series object is S3, coming at the end, and I'm going to run it. So you will be able to see, guys, here like what I'm getting section and house code like the same. I'm getting some index value, and I'm getting some value. So I've already told you in series we have index position, and then we have a stuff. So if I'm not writing index, automatically a 0 1 2 means the numbers are starting from 0, that will be given up to my series. Automatically it will be given to my series. So my A will be 0 and B will be 1, then 2, then RTC is again 0 1 2. This will be given. If I wanted to add, definitely means the addition also can be done. If I want, I can just write over here my new series object, and is equal to, and I can write S2 plus S3. S2 plus S3 I have written. Now I'm going to write over here print, and I'm going to write over here S4. So here I'm writing S4, this I have written. So it is that easy. I'm going to print over here, control enter key together, and I've got the output. You can see I'm getting here a section and house code, and these two things have been added up, and I'm getting the output. You can see. So I'm getting a 0 1 2, and these two things have been added. If you can see, A plus R is AR, B plus T is BT. C plus C, C, C. So such kind of things can be done. So it is very easy, guys. Simply a series object can be created, stuff can be kept up inside, and the operations, numerical operations can be done. If you want, multiplication also can be done. Let's see what will come up if I multiple over here. S2 multiple, I'm writing here S3. Coming back to my next line, and I'm writing here print, and this is my S5. Here I have done. I'm going to press Control Enter, and now let's see what I'm going to get. So definitely multiplication is not that easy, is not possible, because I'm having my characters, and what you can do like multiplication of characters is not possible, because multiplication can be done only with numbers. So this you need to understand, like, the mathematical operations cannot be performed on character. The only we can do add, because the meaning of add is another way, like if you can see, that is a merging also. So we can say add like the concatenation also, it's merging also. So we can do such kind of things. I'm going to press Control Enter, and here you can see some example, like the working, it's working. You can see, you can implement, you can learn. So now here I'm going to tell you one more example, guys. I'm going to click on code. Again, what I'm going to tell you, like if you wanted to write any sentence, like is it possible if I wanted to write any sentence, like instead of writing all these series? Yes, I can. I'm going to copy everything so that I can speed up my code. Here I have copied. Okay. And I'm going to paste it in my new code window. So this is my new code window. I'm going to paste it here. I've done my work here. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of writing all these things, let me remove all these things first. What I'm going to write, instead of writing means, the character, can I write a string? Yes, a string is also possible here. I'm writing here so funny or so cute or anything I just can do over here, and I'm printing an S2. So this is my simple series object, guys. I've not done anything. Simply I put up something and I've just executed. If you wanted to make it some more readability, you want to put up here, so simple, I just can write over here print. I'm going to open a bracket and I'm going to write over here a string, because I'm going to print over here a string inside my series object. So this is string is done. Control Enter key I pressed, and it is working, like you can see, so funny, and it is given on 0 index position. Can I write over here like comma, and if I can write so and something else, and if I'm working over here, what it is going to do? Definitely it is not possible. You simply can put up here only one string, and inside the work can be done. Okay, may I put over here square brackets, and if the things can be done, let's see. Guys, whatever is coming up in your brain, you just need to implement. This is the best way to learn. Like if whatever is coming up in your brain, like this is possible, this is possible, please do it. Definitely it is possible, because we know, if I'm putting characters, I just can put a string also in this way. I just can put character means a single letter. I just can put up by putting a simple comma in between inside square brackets. So that is again possible in my string case also. So I just can write so funny, so cute, or and any other string. Like if I'm writing one more string, definitely double inverted comma is the best thing through which you can identify a string. And I'm writing some random text, like I'm writing a dummy, and I'm going to run it. Now you can see so funny, so and dummy. I'm having 3 different strings, and accordingly the index value is being given over here. You can see 0, 1, and 2. It's given. See, if can I add the 2 different things? Let's see, like whatever is coming up in your brain, do you just try? You just try. This is the best way to learn. I'm just going to copy this thing. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to paste here. That is pd.series, and simple change I'm going to make here. Simple change. And definitely S3 I have used already. So if I'm using S3 once again, I'm going to override the thing, and this is again possible. This new thing I'm going to tell you, like you can override the series object also. So S4 is equal to, I'm writing here S2 plus S3. And let's print over here S4, and let's run it, Control Enter key together. And now you will be able to see, like it's added so funny, and so, and like whatever you have done, like in 0 index, 1 and 2 index position, like everything is being added up. So this is another example, guys. You need to implement it right now. Please implement, and then we can start our second example. Next example. Okay, now we are going to perform some operations using NumPy library. So I'm going to come up to my next example and simply I'm going to write over here import pandas as PD. Coming back to my next line and I'm going to import NumPy also, import NumPy as NP. So these two libraries are very important libraries. I have already discussed with you like where we are using. I'm going to use over here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come up to my next line and I'm going to use here S7, a series object is equal to, I'm going to write over here pd dot series. This is series. This is pd dot series. I'm going to use over here. And series means I'm definitely designing a series, but going to apply some mathematical operations also. Yes, np dot, I'm going to use over here tile, T-I-L-E, tile. I'm going to run it first and then I'm going to explain it to you like what all the things can be performed using this tile operation. I'm coming out and putting over here comma and 2 and I'm going to run it now. Definitely I wanted to print my series. So my series object is S11, S7 and I'm going to run it, control enter key together. Now just see the operation, just see the output guys, what output is coming up. You will be able to understand. See, I'm getting 3, 5, 3, 5. Means what I want, I just wanted to repeat this set 2 times. And if I wanted to repeat this set 6 times, and I'm going to run it, control, enter key together, then you can see it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if anything you wanted to repeat, guys, if anything you wanted to repeat, so the thing can be done in this way. I'm going to run it once again. So whatever is coming up in your brain, you just see it, whether it is working or not. This is the best way of learning programming. So I'm going to import here pandas. Along with this, I'm going to import here NumPy. NumPy is definitely amazing library where I'm having so many functions. If you wanted to see, you simply remove the style and press Control and Space key here. You will be able to see how many functions I'm having. So I'm having some more functions inside NumPy where I'm using here only tile. So what I can do with the help of tile, some specific set can be repeated over and over again. It can be repeated. It's up to you how many sets number you are writing, and then by writing a second number, it can be repeated. Okay. So here I'm importing pandas as a PD, NumPy as NP. I'm going to make my series and I'm performing my work. So you can do this. You can repeat it in different series object also. I'm going to copy it, this thing. I'm coming over here. I'm going to paste it. And definitely I'm going to change this thing with S8. And some more thing can be done over here. Like I have done this thing and I'm going to run it. But I'm printing only S7 as of now. I'm going to copy this thing. I'm coming to my next line. I'm going to paste this thing and this is my S8. Definitely I just can add also. I can add S7 and S8 also. So I'm going to add it. Coming back to my next line and I'm writing it S9 is equal to S7 plus S8. And now I need to print S9 also because I have added my answer is stored in S9 and this is all we have done. So here you can see like, I've printed my S7, S8 and I've added and I've printed. And if you wanted to add some caption, definitely addition caption also can be done over here inside print, inside double inverted comma, I'm writing adding or anything, whatever you wanted to print. Here we have done. So the thing can be done. It is done. If you can see like I've printed one set, second set, and the addition of both the sets also I have done. So this is done. This is the outcome like pandas is a PD I have used, NumPy is a NPy I have used. So this is the power of NumPy. NumPy is again a kind of numeric a package, a library is available in Python through which the numerical operations can be accessed. All right, guys. Now it's a time for practice. Kindly practice. Okay, now I'm in this next example, I'm going to tell you different types. Now, in next example, I'm going to tell you how many different types of operations can be done. So I'm having S9, my last series object where I worked with. And here I'm simply referring to the same series object and I'm going to apply some operations. So I'm having S9 dot index. I'm going to write here. So what I can do with this, I'll be able to know the index means the last object is. So guys, this is possible like in the same notebook, whatever last object you are using, that is a S9. I'm using the last object and I can do work with this. So I'm having S9 object and I'm writing a S9 dot index. So I'll be getting index if I'm writing S9. So here we have some simple functions like S9 dot values. If I'm writing, I'll be getting up the values. So I'm writing here values. So these are the values I'm writing and I'm going to run it. So I'll be able to know the values like what I'm having in S9. So here we have some short functions of special functions given by series with the help of with just writing the name of the series and you can access multiple things. So I'm having d type also, guys. So what do you mean by d type is like data type, you can say. So I'm simply writing over here d type and I'm running this out and you will be able to know what is the d type. D type is float 64. So this is the type side, like whatever you are running, whatever you are writing, that will work up. So I'm writing here S9. Next I'm going to write over here shape means what is the shape of my, like it is a 1D 2D or whatever I'm working over there. I'll just get to know each and everything about it. So the shape is 24 comma, that means I'm having dimensions, I'm having some stuff in series. I've already told you that is a 1D that is 1D array means I'm having only one dimension. I just can print everything in one row. Now next I'm having some more function. I'm writing at S9 dot and I'm writing it ndim. What do you mean by ndim? I'm going to tell you. Let me run this first. So ndim is, guys, you can say like it returns the number of dimensions of the underlying data, like how many dimensions I'm having. In fact, item size also can be done. I'm writing at S9. It is going to tell you the answer of the latest one. I'm writing here S9 dot item size. So I'm simply writing here item and size. See, you will be able to get over here so many notifications, so many things like what you want regarding the same. So I'm simply writing here item size. So how I can write item size? Simply by doing this, I will be able to know what is the size of my item. So we just need to do all such kind of things. Maybe the version is not having a knowledge about item size. So I'm writing it has NaNS. So means if I'm having any not a number value or not. So NaN means not a number, NaNS. So NaNS is actually not a number. If I'm having any not a number value, true means I'm having yes, I'm having some not a number value. Not a number means if you have not written a number in your any array, in your any series, if you have written something else which machine won't be able to read. So such kind of values known as NaNS. And in fact, if you wanted to find out if you have any name or if you have any empty value in the same series object, it also can be find it out. I'm writing here empty S9 dot empty and I'm going to run it. Is it empty or not? So you will get to know false. No, this is not empty. Definitely I'm having some values over here. S9 I'm going to write over here dot NAME and I'm going to run this. Whether I'm having any name of this dimension or not, if I'm having any name, I'll get to know. So S9 dot name, I have not given any name. That means it return or assign name to series object. What is the name of the series object? Such kind of things you can say. So if I'm running, these are the very simple functions, given by some series to you, and you just can run and you will be able to know whether the things are available, whether the name, whether the not a number, or what is the data type. Such kind of things can be find it out. So it's a time for practice. Kindly practice such kind of operations so that we can move on to the next example. So guys, we can extract some series, series slicing also means if I'm having any series, so I can slice down into different parts. I just can do like this. So let's move to the contribution and section example. This is my contribution and section example. I'm just going to add a few more things inside. I'm having S1 object, the series object here. And here I'm going to find out like if I can do or not. Means I am having one series, but I just don't want it to see my entire series. I just need to see some slices, some rows, some specific columns. So is this possible? I just wanted to know. So I'm simply going to write over here one means the first row and I'm not saying anything else and I'm simply going to run this out. Let's see what I'm going to do. and I'm not printing all these things, so I'm simply putting over here a hashtag. We all know it is a gray code, means I'm not doing anything else. But instead of this thing, I'm simply writing over here. I'm writing here print, and I'm leaving a text over here that is slicing. Slicing means another way of viewing the object. I just don't wanted to see all the values of my series. Simply wanted to see only very few. And here you can say this is a slicing. So if I'm writing here 2 and ratio 5, if I'm writing this is 2 ratio 5 and means the second row and the fifth column, so I just will be able to know these things. You can see second means 1 and 2, means 0 1 and 2. So I'm having this is my 0 section, index value 0 and 1 I'm going to leave, and I'm going to show you all the things like from 2 to 5. So I'm having 1 2 0 1 2 3 4, so 4 to 5. But like, what is the last range that you can write over here? If I'm writing here 2 only, then what will be happening? Let's see. If I'm writing here only 2, so that means 2 to 2. And if I'm writing here 1 and 2, then see what is happening. I'm writing here 1 to 2 means 0, and from 1 to 2 the things can be picked up. So what I'm having there, 67 I'm having on 0 place, guys. On 1 I'm having 5600, and 2 means what we are going to do. 1 and 2 we are going to escape whatever I'm having in between. Everything will be shown over here. So if I'm writing here 1 is to 4, what will be happening? I'll be getting second and third row. So I'm having 0, I'm having 1, this is my 1, and then 2, and then 3, this much I'm going to get. And if I'm writing over here 0, what will happen? Like, see, you will be able to get to know like from 1 2 3. So this is the power of slicing as one I just can do. Now if I wanted to add, for example, if I'm writing here s3 is equal to s1, and I'm writing here 0 and leaving ratio and 4, and if I'm writing here plus, and if I'm writing over here s2, and I'm writing here 1 and 2 and 3, and if I am printing, then like this is my s1. Okay, I'm just doing with s1 and s1 some operation, I'm adding up some stuff of s1 with s1 only, I'm adding up, and I'm going to print this s3. So let's see what will happen. Is this possible? Like the two different slices can be added up. Is this is possible? So yes, this is possible. You can see I'm getting some not a number value also. So S3, I just can check S3 dot has a not a number. So here you can use like whether I'm having not a number value or not. So your series object will let you know whether you have a not a number or not. Definitely true. I'm having a not a number, because when I'm adding from 1 to 3 and from 2 to 3, the stuff when I'm adding, I'm getting somewhere not a number. So if I'm getting not a number, that can be done. Means definitely you can see you're getting here not a number, you're getting here not a number. So you can ask from the series object whether I'm having any not a number value or not, and you will get to know whether you have not a number value or not. So this is like a power of series object, guys. And in fact, if you want to multiple with any number, with any number, so multiplication also can be done. So whatever item you are getting, that will be multiplied with 10 times. So whatever you are getting in section, that will be multiplied. Number may not be multiplied, but the section will be multiplied. You can multiply, you can add, you can do different operations. In fact, you can rename the index value also. So we can rename the index value, we can modify the stuff also. So that is again possible inside series. The modification is also possible inside series. For example, if I wanted to modify inside S3 on 0 place, if I wanted to modify I just wanted to put up this section X. Okay, and this much I have done. And now I just wanted to print over here like S3. So I'm writing a print, and I'm simply writing over here S3. Is this is possible, and I'm going to run this out. So you can see, yes, I've got X on the same place. So modification is also possible, guys. You can modify any content like section. If you have written some wrong section letter, if you wanted to modify, or if you wanted to check up like if this is D, if I wanted to make it X, you need to highlight any section. So the modification is again possible. Modification also can be done inside the series object. Now I'm having a head and tail also. Head and tail means the top object, the last two objects, last three objects. So such kind of things also can be done. I'm writing at S3 dot head, and I'm opening round brackets, and means top how many items I wanted to see. I just wanted to see only 3 items from top. And this function can be used inside print. So I'm using inside print, and I'm going to copy this thing, and I'm coming at the end and I'm pasting this thing. And here I'm writing tail, T-A-I-L, tail, and I'm going to run it like control enter key. So means, from top three element and bottom three element, if you wanted to see, that also can be done. This is the top and the bottom. So such kind of things can be done. If I'm writing here head, this is the head example. And here I'm going to write, this is tail example. So I'm writing here tail, and I'm going to run this control enter key together. You will be able to know what is head and what is tail through this example. So I'm showing you some tail and the head object also. You can see this is a tail is given over here, and somewhere here this is head. So from head, how many elements? From tail, how many elements? This also can be done. So these are very simple examples. Some simple functions can be used with the help of the series. There's some arithmetical and the mathematical operations also can be performed. I have already told you, you can add the two different series. In fact, you can just pick up with the help of slices also. In slicing also, you can do this thing. So this is quite possible. In fact, the comparison operation is also available if you wanted to compare, like if you wanted to compare any number with any series, like whether I'm having this thing or not. So the comparison is also possible. I'm writing here S3. This is my latest series object. And inside S3, I wanted to compare something like whether I'm having S3 is greater than 10 or not. So the comparison is again possible. I'm going to run this. Like S3, inside S3, if I'm having 10. Right now, I'm not having any number inside my S3. So I'm going to remove this operation from here. And I'm going to apply this operation inside where I'm having some number. So here I'm having a number. So here I'm going to write over here like print. I'm going to print, and I'm going to write over here S9. So this is my S9. I'm writing here S9 in square bracket. I'm writing a S9 is greater than 10. Simply if it is greater than 10, and I'm going to run this. So if I'm having any series, if it is greater than 10, so I'm simply doing some comparison here. So I'm writing a comparison so that I can show you guys the results. So I'm writing a comparison. So always remember, means the comparison can be done definitely on numbers, not on character or string. So here it works. I'm going to run it once again. And now you will be able to do, I'm doing here comparison. This is a comparison, you can see. So if my number is if any number is greater than the series object, so you will get to know the outcome, like whether it is greater or not, like what is the difference if you wanted to see whether it is greater or not. So such kind of operations also can be done. In fact, we have some sorting operations, which I'm going to tell you, like we have some sorting operations. So sorting operations also, I'm going to tell you, if you wanted to sort some series numbers, if I'm having some numbers in my series, if I wanted to sort, so such kind of things also can be done. So I'm going to use over here sorting functions. So I'm writing here S9 because I'm having everything inside S9, S9 and dot, and I'm going to write over here sort underscore, and I'm writing a C. You can see I'm having sort index, sort by value. So I'm going to sort by value, and I'm going to open the brackets because this is function, and I'm going to run this. So this is going to sort all my S9 values, means I'll be getting the sorted value. Sorted value means low to high I'll be getting. You can see I'm getting all my sorted values. If you're getting anywhere that the number is not found, so NN will be there. You will be able to know with the help of NAN. Like if you wanted to do then sorting, in ascending format, like in descending format, then you need to switch off ascending format. So I simply need to write over here ascending is equal to, and I'm going to make it false. This I'm going to do. I'm going to make it false. So if you're writing here, that is FALSE, false. You can see. So I'm having two type of mod. By default, it is ascending 0 to like 10, or low to high. You can say A to Z. But if you're going to make this mod off, it will be working on descending mode. So I'm going to run this out, guys. So now sorting will be in descending mode. So we are not writing descending instead of descending. We are going to switch off ascending mode, and you will be getting all in form of descending. Now you can see that is high to low, 17, 14, 13, 12, 10, like 11, 10, and then it is going till low. So this is all about the functions, guys. So this is an implementation time, practice time. Kindly practice. We will be taking up some more examples after 2 to 3 minutes. All right, guys. So here, I hope you all have done. You all have practiced all these things. So we have some character and some import functions. Let me run this thing. Like if you are getting anywhere error, that means some operations cannot be applied over there. Maybe it is working. So guys, we have discussed a lot of things inside Pandas data structure. Inside Pandas structure, data structure, we are going to cover two things. One thing we have already done, that is series. In next lecture, we will be talking about data frames. Data frames is again a kind of 2D stuff. Like you can see in series, I'm keeping only 1D, I'm keeping only one dimensional. I'll be getting a multi-dimensional, more than two, or two can be done in data frames, so which we will be discussing in our next lecture. So kindly practice, implement, so that you will be able to understand data frames in our next lecture. Thank you so much.